Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, the intern interrupted my workout so that I could help him go pick up his new tractor. Y'all see his new tractor back there? Which I know, y'all are probably thinking, oh heavens, the intern interrupted her workout, quit it. Because now that means that I need to rework my whole plan for the afternoon. So I tell y'all what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I'll go inside, get cleaned up, because you're welcome. I'll get us out of this wind, and I'll let you know what our plan is for the afternoon, all right? So I'll meet y'all inside. All right, y'all, I'm showered, I'm cleaned up, I smell considerably better now. I've calmed myself down. Y'all, I had to have a little come to Jesus with myself. I was all like this over, I mean, not nothing, but pretty much nothing. I don't even remember how much I told y'all, but so I had to go help the intern get that tractor. Well, he came home and I was on the Peloton bike, and my days are, like, I don't want to make it sound like I think I'm any busier than anybody else. Like, I mean, I have a pretty cherry life, but I do have a pretty regimented day. So when the intern comes home and I'm in the middle of working out, I think sometimes maybe, and I'm putting like words in his mouth, but I think sometimes he thinks like, oh, she's working out, she's done with whatever she's got to do. No, dude, I'm working out because I've got, you know, a goal that I have set for myself for the day. I need to get that done so that I can go on to the next thing I have to do. So he came home, needed my help with the thing, which is totally fine. And y'all, let's be super clear. The intern is so much better to me than I have any right to expect a person to be. But, you know, sometimes I get a little tweaked when he comes in, and like, I think maybe he thought that because like it's, you know, the afternoon, I'm working out again, so, you know, I have time to help him. Well, so I got a little spiked in my response because I still had things to do. I wanted to come visit with y'all. I still have another workout to do because, y'all, I've gotten us back into the, I don't even think I've told you that so we finished our Straight to the Core 2 weeks ago. Last week we did the 5-day interval thing with Rebecca Kennedy. And I was like, Lord Jesus, please let me come to my senses and not do this one again, which I did. I didn't do that one again, but y'all, I have started that one, I keep calling it that which, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, stand a little tall. Okay, sorry about that. Because in my head, it's what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I can never remember the actual name, which is something like A Stronger You. I think it's Stronger You, I think is the actual name of it. I don't really know, but it's the Ben Aldis one that's 4 weeks of like lifting weights. You do arms and legs and abs and all the things. So I started that again. And I really, really like it. And not just because it's a hot British guy yelling at me. I really like the workouts. But I have another one of those to do this afternoon. So I was going to ride the bike to get my minutes in, visit with y'all, do my workout, and then we got to cook something. So I have all these things to do, and typically the intern doesn't come home until later in the day. So by the time he comes home, I'm sitting on the couch reading books and snuggling the furry felons. I've already done all of these things. So anyway, I say all of that to say that when he came in and asked me to help him, you know, to him it was only a 15-20 minute favor, but that was a whole ride. Like, I didn't do 15 minutes of my ride, and y'all, I know, it's silly and it's dumb, and I need to just calm myself down because it really is silly and dumb. But I had let myself get so like this because I was like, okay, I rode for 40 minutes this morning, and so I was going to do 80 minutes this afternoon to get my 120 minutes in, and then, I know. So here's what I would like to do. I've actually calmed down. I know you can't tell, but I took a breath and I thought about it in the shower and why I'm acting like this. And I said, you know what? You need to get yourself together. Because I do have a list of, I don't know, like 5-ish, like, I don't know, lifestyle tips, I guess, that I try to follow to keep myself in check so I don't get too crazy. So I was thinking maybe we would just sit down and talk about those. Did I tell y'all before what we were going to talk about? Because if I did, forget that. We're not talking about that. I want to go over some things because here's the deal. I'm visiting my crazy onto y'all because I think that if I get this way, that other people probably get this way too, that you have in. So, okay, let's just go through my 5 tips. And as we go through them, I will tell you why I think they're important. So my first tip, of course, number 1 tip is to nourish yourself. And that, for me, is mind, body, and spirit. So, you know the body part, right? That we eat well, we try to mind I use Weight Watchers to mind what I'm putting in my body to make sure that I'm eating enough, that I'm getting enough calories, and specifically that I'm getting enough quality calories. So I try to eat well and I work out, and y'all, that is of absolute paramount importance to me. And I say that, and I know that, I read other sort of fitness people who say things like that, and I'm like, oh, we're supposed to think that way. And then on days where, like on Saturdays and Sundays, but specifically Saturdays, when I'm up turbo early and I work for 5 or 6 hours before I can get on the bike or do any kind of exercise, and I just don't feel, I don't feel unwell, but I just don't feel really good. Then I take a ride on the bike, on the Peloton bike, exert some energy, really burn off some nervous energy, and then I just feel better. Like I have more energy, I'm more centered, I'm able to think and do things. So for me, eating well and being not necessarily physically fit, but being physical are super important to me. And I've realized since getting into, and y'all will see today the workout that, well, you've seen that. Y'all don't laugh at me. Like if you're a big, strong, muscular person, don't laugh at me because I lift small weights. But lifting weights really makes me feel good and feel energized. So even though I don't lift heavy weights, I do high reps of low weights. It just makes my body feel good. So I nourish my body by eating well and being active. My mind, y'all know, I read books all the time. And if I'm not reading, if I'm doing things around the house, I listen to things, I listen to podcasts, and it's actually often not informational stuff, like educational stuff. It's just funny things or informative things, or I'll listen to books, but I'm always listening to things and I'm involved with people. The intern is really smart. And I have other friends who are very smart. So I'm involved with people, I surround myself with people who are smarter than me. And I've no shame in saying that, because I think that that's how you get smarter, right? By interacting, you get better at something by interacting with somebody who's better at it. So I have friends who are way nicer than me because it makes me a better person to be around them or to spend time in their presence. And I have friends who are smarter than me because it makes me want to be smarter and do the things that they do to better my mind. So I do those things to nourish my mind, and then to nourish my spirit, I do things religiously. I am a Christ follower, so I'm active in a church, but I also do things just that make me happy, that make me feel better. I spend time with people that I like. I spend time reading, and not just necessarily, I do read things to make me smarter, but I read things just that I like just because I enjoy doing that. This is one area in which I probably should spend some more time and spend some more focused effort on figuring out how to nourish my spirit more, but I think I'm doing okay in that region. So nourish is number 1. Number 2 is set goals, and for the love of all that's holy, track them. And y'all, this is where I start to get like this, and I have to calm myself down and collect some data. So setting goals, and this, I think that, well, I guess I say this is Captain Obvious, but maybe it's not unless you do it. So I set long-term goals. So I have an annual goal, fitness, for instance. I have an annual goal. I have a certain number of minutes that I want to work out in the year. And I've broken that down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals. And y'all, I can let myself get crazy about this. So I have a certain number of minutes that I want to work out in a day, and I have to write them down, because if I don't, then I will freak myself out by thinking, like today, for instance, that 15 minutes that I didn't ride on the bike. Y'all, I'm about to do a 30-minute strength workout in my living room floor, which is going to count. So I missed 15 minutes in the garage. I'm about to do 30 minutes on the living room floor. 30 minutes is greater than 15 minutes. So I'm gonna be 15 minutes over. And all that I had to do was calm down, look at my actual like goal for the day, see that by doing everything I wanted to do today, I was going to be 30 minutes over. I had that 15 minutes to spare, so it's all good. Calm down, cool your jets. And so tracking, you got to track your goals. And it is not uncommon that I'll show y'all y'all have seen my tracking before, but I'll show it to you again, that I write down, I block it out by the month, and then just daily I go in and write down the number of minutes that I work out in the day, and then I add that up and keep a weekly running total just for fun. But I know that if I hit my, sorry, I had to let that yappy felon outside and I forgot where I was. So tracking your goals. I've shown y'all this before, but I track my goals like I do a month at a time, and I track daily. And then I add up my daily totals and keep like a weekly total and a monthly total, which don't really matter, because I know as long as I hit my daily goals, then I'm fine, then I'm on track. And y'all, I started off, I cannot believe I'm telling, how many times in a video do I say I cannot believe I'm telling y'all this? Hang on, let me grab those felons. All right, the felons have been secured. Once again, forgot where I was. So, what I wasn't going to tell y'all. I used to, so when I first started this whole like tracking, so I have this like journal thing where I track my goals. Well, I guess it was the beginning of last year. I was going to do this whole like bullet journal thing. So I'm not even going to tell y'all how much money I spent on like different journals and different types of journals. And I was going to do a reading journal. So I bought big journals and I bought small journals and I bought hardcover journals and softcover journals, and the pens. Oh my gosh, the pens. But I mean, I've been obsessed with pens since I was in, I don't know, 6th grade. So yeah, about 6th grade. So, I mean, that's just a thing. But yeah, all the stuff that I bought for the journaling, and y'all, my tracking is not pretty. I realized that if I waited until I had time to make the pages pretty, I was never going to do it. So now you see it's just bare bones. I make squares and I fill them in with my numbers. So track in a way that makes sense for you and that you will do. And y'all, for me, it's fitness tracking, because for my eating, like my food tracking, I just do it on the Weight Watchers app, which is easy peasy. There are tons of apps out there you can use for tracking any kind of thing, for your fitness, your eating, your work productivity, your drinking water, absolutely anything you want to track. There are apps you can do. You can get you a journal, make your journal pretty, put me to shame, whatever it takes. Track your goals, because that way you can collect the data, put it in your tracker, and if you're doing well, that's great. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're off track, then adjust. And you know what? Sometimes adjusting means changing your goals, and y'all, that's okay too. Sometimes we start off with a ridiculous idea, turns out it's not a good plan, and we have to change that and come up with a different goal. That's completely okay. But if you've collected data and you have it in your tracker and you see that whatever it is, let's say it's a work goal, right? And you think that you're going to work towards selling something, and it turns out that all the time you're trying to sell this thing, all that you're doing is putting money into it and you're not making any money. It's just costing you money. Then at some point it's okay to cut bait. Like, don't keep letting that thing pull you down. Change your goal, right? Get rid of that plan and make a new plan. But if you've been tracking, then you can see how it's going. You can see what you're spending, you can see what you're making or not making, and you can make a logical choice for yourself. So track, make goals, make plans, and track your progress. Number 3 for me, routine. Y'all, I have to have a routine. And I get up early in the morning, I get the felons up, I drink black coffee, I work, Then I work out, eat breakfast, work again, work out again, do whatever I have to do in the afternoon, and that's my routine. I keep this, my Supernote e-tablet, I write down daily. I write down because my routine stays fairly the same, but the times shift a bit. So in the morning, I write down what I have going on for the day. And I don't always, well, I put in the times that are set. Like I wake up early in the morning, so I have a planning period, and then I teach. And then, whatever happens, those are usually time bound. Like those periods of my day are usually time bound. Then once I'm done with my last chunk of teaching, the rest of my day is not time bound. So, but I write on my planner what I want to get done during that day so that I can keep up with it and check it off. And y'all, once again, tracking, right? I track what I want to do and I check it off as I go. The Peloton app allows me to stack rides. So that's a way that I plan or like set up a routine for those is I'll put in a 10-minute, a 15-minute, to 30 minutes, a 20-minute, and another 15-minute ride. Once I set those up, I don't have to think about it. I just go in, do whatever ride is in there. So when I'm in the middle of a ride and I'm tired and I'm about to like Peloton puke on myself, I don't have to make a choice of what ride I want to do next. It's already in there. It's set up because I've established my routine. All I have to do is go through it. So for me, routines are very important. Again, I try to set up routines that sort of set me up for success, and I try to track. Now, this is one of those, like today, I had my whole thing set up. The intern came in and was like, hey, can you help me with this? And my brain exploded because I had my routine, like I had my whole thing set up through like the next 5 hours, and he knocked me a little bit off track. If I had looked at my schedule, which I didn't because I was on the bike, if I had looked at my schedule, I would have realized I could have just knocked out that 15-minute, like taken out that 15-minute ride, helped him during that time, and then been right back on track. And I could have realized then that it really just wasn't that big of a deal, but I didn't. So for me, keeping a routine and then actually like checking and quantifying things as I'm going along, that's kind of a big deal that helps me keep myself kind of centered and grounded instead of getting all like freaked out when things change. So routines, know what you have going on, and then within that, go back to like tracking and charting your progress. Now, if you have routines set up, you can do number 4, which is planning. I missed my finger, which is planning and preparing. Y'all, for me, that is the biggest thing is being prepared. So we talk about this all the time, like with eating, right? I know within reason what I'm going to want to eat in a week. So I try to keep foods on hand that will allow me to make good choices when I get hungry. I try to be prepared for those times when I'm not necessarily going to make the best choices, like when I'm on the bike. I go ahead and set up, like I could pick rides as I go along, like as I'm finishing one ride, add another ride, but I'm not going to make good choices then. Like halfway through my ride routine, I'm already trying to talk myself out of finishing the thing, even though I know that I love the last ride that I have in there because I can literally sit through the whole thing and read books. So halfway through my ride, I'm trying to talk myself out of doing the last leg of my ride, which I never succeed in talking myself out of it. But if I was picking rides as I went along, I would not be doing them. But since I already have them in there, I feel like I'm committed to it. So for me, planning ahead allows me to make better choices, especially during times like when I'm tired or stressed. If I already have a plan and I'm simply executing my own plan, things tend to go better when I'm tired, when I'm stressed, when I'm in a hurry. If I've planned it ahead of time, it just tends to go better. So planning and preparation are huge for me. Like we've talked about this before, I try to hit my workout minutes in the morning or as early in the day as I can, even though like today I know that I have that 30-minute workout that I'm planned to do later. But if something comes up and I don't get that done, then I'm off track with that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger workout routine, but at least I've hit my minute goal for the day. So I try to do that as early as possible. Like I plan to do that as early as possible in the day so that it's done, it's off my plate, and I don't have to worry about it. So, and that I do that with a lot of things. Like I just try to get things done as soon as I can so that I don't have to worry about them and don't have to worry about like getting off track or not being able to do whatever it is that I need to do. So planning and preparation. And my last thing, and y'all, this is the one that seriously I had to have a come to Jesus with myself about in the shower, is moderation. I, go figure, tend to go a little bit overboard. So I have to remind myself, and planning and tracking helps me with this. Like I know that all I need to do is 120 minutes of exercise a day to be well on track to hit my annual workout goal. So that's even like that allows me some not as stellar days. Like I can miss that goal a few days and still be okay. So I know that all I have to do is do that 120 days so I don't freak myself out and work out for like 5 hours a day. Or Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers allows you, I think we all get 23 points a day now. Is that right? I'm not sure. Let me forget that. Weight Watchers allows you a certain number of points, and so you can distribute those however you want throughout your day, throughout your eating with, the foods that you want to eat. You can make your own choices, so you don't have to live on celery and carrots and fat-free Greek yogurt all the time. You can decide how you want to distribute your points and do so in a way that fits your lifestyle. So to me, I know some people are like, you're a little crazy about the way you eat, but to me it's more moderate because unless I plan badly in a day, I'm never hungry. Like I might be hungry because I haven't had time to eat, but I'm not hungry because I don't have enough points left in a day to eat. Because typically I save points for later in the day, and even if you've eaten every single one of your points for the entire week, there are lots of filling 0-point foods that you can eat. So I know that's not moderation, never mind that, but I like Weight Watchers because it doesn't require you to do extreme things. And even that was a little extreme of me to say that because Weight Watchers gives you other ways to work around using all your points, right? You get flex points, or I don't know what they call them anymore, freebies, whatever they're called, the extra points that you get, or you can work out, take a walk, do something to earn some more points. So you don't have to go to extremes with your eating plans or your eating choices. You can be moderate on Weight Watchers. Y'all, this is not a commercial for Weight Watchers, but that's what I like about Weight Watchers because I can tend to get a bit extreme about things. So it allows me to do things in moderation. So I have to remind myself to be moderate. Y'all, I hope you can't see the pile of books on my table because that's not moderate, but that doesn't count. That's books. So stop it. Be moderate. That's number 5. And y'all, number 6 on my list of 5 things is grace. Give yourself some grace. If you miss your goal one day, it's okay. There's tomorrow. And if you miss your goal for a week, or if you're just not going to make your goal at all, that's okay. I am 0% kidding, y'all, when I say that we're working for progress, not perfection, right? We're not trying to be perfect. We're not going to be perfect. So to me, as long as we're doing better today than we did yesterday, and if you have a bad day today and you plan to do better tomorrow than you did today, that's okay. Just keep working towards your goals, and y'all just keep keeping on. Just keep doing it. Things are rough right now. People are having a hard time. So give yourself some grace. Accept that you're not always going to do things perfectly. You're not always going to be the first one done or be the best one doing something. And just acknowledge and move on. Just keep working towards your goal and do the best that you can. All right, y'all, that's it. Those are my 5+1 tips for living a healthy lifestyle. Let me know, what are y'all's tips? I know you got them. Let us know in the comments, what are your tips for living a healthy lifestyle? Because I know I'm going to forget to ask you later. But right now, I'm going to go do that 30-minute workout. Get the bugs out. Shake out my jitters. And then we're going to go in the kitchen and cook something. All right? And y'all, I have a really fun idea for what we're going to cook. So let me go work out, and then I will meet you in the kitchen.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back.
All right, workout's done. I'm gonna try to show y'all that workout. Well, you will have already either seen it or not. There was a lot more standing in that thing than I thought there was gonna be. So I had my camera set up for floor stuff and there was standing stuff. So we'll just see, but whatever, it's done. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. So Taylor Ann mentioned when I was making those banana pancakes, you know, like the mash up the banana pancakes, that she makes hers in a little mini waffle maker, which I was like, ding, 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 went right then and bought a little mini waffle maker off of Amazon. So now I have a mini waffle maker, which is fantastic for making our Weight Watchers pancakes, which I was gonna do that today, like the banana pancakes. I was gonna do that today, but then I was like, you know what? We should do something more fun than that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the little Mission tortillas, the little like street taco sized tortillas. I'm gonna take a tortilla and I'm gonna put some canned chicken in it. Canned chicken, with which I am now obsessed, by the way. So I'm gonna put in some canned chicken and some fat-free cheese. And I'm gonna stick it in my little mini waffle iron and just see what we come up with. And then I'm gonna try it with some of the already cooked, buy it and stick it in the fridge chicken. I'm gonna try this, see what we come up with. And then y'all, I think those are gonna be fine. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But then I'm gonna do something that, I don't know, might be a little dicey. So I was gonna do these in real time, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna take them to cook. So I don't want y'all to sit there and watch. Well, you know what? Maybe we will do them in real time. So hang on, let me at least get them put together and I'll come back and then we'll make them together. All right, so hang on. All right, here we go. Let's see how this works. So I'm gonna take a tortilla and just stick it in the waffle iron. Y'all, what are the chances of me not absolutely scalding myself with this? I'm gonna put in some chicken. Oh, this is seeming dicey. You know what maybe I should do? Maybe I should mix the chicken and the cheese together. I don't know, let's see how this does. All right. I have absolutely no idea how to tell when this is warm on the inside or when the cheese is melted. We're just gonna guess. I tried to lift it apart and it didn't come apart, so I'm guessing it's stuck together some kind of how. We'll let it go for another like 30 seconds. Doesn't seem like it's starting to burn at all, so. All right, now we'll make one with the chicken in a, so that was chicken in a can. Now we'll make one with chicken in a bag. I'm 100% gonna burn myself doing this. Y'all probably can't hear it, but this thing keeps clicking, like it's just warning me about how hot it is. Like, don't get anywhere near me, because you don't want no part of none of this hotness. All right, there was a little cheese fumble there. Let's get that off there. There's a lot going on in this one. This one is most definitely dicier. Oh, yeah, it's sizzling. Wonder if this chicken is going to, I think the canned chicken probably heated up. Wonder if this chicken's going to heat up. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and taste the canned chicken one while that one's cooking itself. So, here's what we got. It looks very, very boring inside. Let's take a taste. It's missing the toastedness. The intern's here. It's missing the toastedness that it would have if I cooked it in a pan. Maybe this one will toast a little more. I'll let that go a little longer. Hang on, y'all. I had to say goodbye to the intern. So, you know what? Hang on, let me grab salsa. Little tortilla, little salsa action. I don't think y'all could see that at all. I wouldn't plan to serve it at like a dinner party or anything, but for a quickie, that's 1 point, because it's 0 points for the chicken, 0 points for the cheese, because there's not much cheese in it. 1 point for the tort. So for a quickie, little like throw together, 1 point. I mean, one of those would be a snack, but put together a couple, 3 of them, that's a meal. All right, so let's see what we got. Here's the, I don't know why I'm showing you that like that's anything. So this is the chicken in a bag one. And y'all saw, I didn't like season these at all. If you season that chicken in a can a little bit, you could actually make something of this. Again, wouldn't serve it at a dinner party, but I should have tried this with no salsa, but I didn't. I will in a second. That's very not bad. Salsa's about to make my face start watering. All right, I'm gonna try the dicey one. I'll be back. Y'all aren't gonna watch me do this. I'll be back. All right, this is definitely sketch. Now, before we get into what I did, let me remind y'all that those 2 little chicken, taco, tostito, whatever they were, things from the waffle iron, really good. I tried one with imitation crab meat. So I just put my imitation crab meat with a little fat-free cheese inside one of my tortillas, and I, heated it. And I haven't tried it yet, but like I said, just remember the other 2 were winners. Okay, that's weird, but I like it. It's definitely weird, but I like it. I would put fat-free ranch dip on this, and it would be good. So, y'all, that's it. That's my new snack, is little, like, mashed heated tacos in my one little mini one-person, I'm not going to pick it up and show you because now it's hot, but waffle iron that I bought because Taylor Ann said it would be great for making banana pancakes, which it is. So win. Y'all, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Again, let us know in the comments, what are your tips for living a healthy lifestyle? Let us know which ones I missed. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we're most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.